In India, there is a legislation called as the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. Under this legislation, every workplace, wherever there are more than 10 employees, irrespective of the nature of the business, it could be an educational institution, a hospital, a IT company, any organization, the organization should constitute a committee called as the internal committee. This internal committee has the limited powers of a civil court, and it is required to conduct an inquiry by complying with the principles of natural justice. When I say principles of natural justice, it means that no one can be a judge in his own case. The members of the committee, while conducting an inquiry, cannot be biased. Second principle says equal and fair opportunity shall be given to both the parties, which means that if and when a complaint is raised, the committee cannot arrive at its findings by just hearing the person who is raising a complaint. It will have to hear the other person, the respondent, against whom the allegations of sexual harassment have been raised. The definition of workplace under this legislation covers even work from home scenarios. Just because an employee is working from home does not mean that the redressal mechanism is not available, does not mean that the committee will not look into. If the behavior or the incident has happened in relation or connection with work, whether the person is working from home or a client location, or if it has happened on social media, it does not matter. The aggrieved has a right to raise a complaint. The moment a complaint is filed, the complainant has the rights for interim relief. When I say interim relief, it means that the complainant can request for a paid leave of up to 3 months, because there could be scenarios where the complainant may be mentally in a very, very precarious state due to the harassment that has occurred, may need some time to come back to her normal self. So, law provides interim relief and a paid leave can be requested by the complainant. In addition to paid leave, the complainant can also seek for transfer of one of the parties to some other workplace, because the objective of providing interim relief is to ensure that both the parties are not required to interact with each other when the inquiry proceedings are pending before the committee. In case if the complaint is found to be false and malicious, the same penal consequences which are otherwise applicable to the respondent will be applicable to the person filing false complaint. But just because the complainant is not able to substantiate the allegations that she has raised, it cannot be held as a false complaint. Strict confidentiality will be maintained during the proceedings, and the aggrieved is assured of non-retaliation. It is very important for each and every employee to go through the policy document and understand who are all the members of the committee. If and when the employee faces any kind of uncomfortable, unwelcome behaviors, if she has a feeling that her boundaries are violated, she can reach out to any member of the committee with whom she is comfortable with. This committee cannot initiate inquiry on anonymous complaints. It is very important that the complaint has to be filed within 3 months of the date of occurrence of the incident. The committee can give an additional 3 months time. So the best thing to do is to raise the voice immediately as soon as the incident has occurred. More than 95% of these incidents occur behind closed doors. Invariably, there is no documentary evidence, there are no eyewitnesses. So even then, a complaint of sexual harassment can be filed, and the committee will rely on circumstantial evidence and balance of probabilities. Circumstantial evidence is nothing but the messages, the reaction of the complainant, immediately what happened, witness statements. It could be any of these factors. So it is very important for the aggrieved to maintain documentation. to maintain blocks. Saying no is difficult. It does not come very easily. So every day, every step, for small things, we need to practice saying no. No is a very complete and powerful sentence. Even if you are not sure whether it is harassment or not, you need not worry much. The moment you feel that your boundaries are violated, you have to express yourself and say no.